of mankind, forgive our foolish ways. Reclothe us in our rightful mind. In purer lives thy service find. In deep reverence praise. In simple trust like theirs who heard beside the Syrian sea the gracious calling of our Lord. Let us, like them without a word, rise up and follow thee. Folks, it's been quite a day. You know, April sometimes is more like March than it is like May. And today it has been both. But here is a man that you're going to like. His name is Robert E. Lee. And let me show you his friendly picture. He is the town manager of the town of Plainville, Connecticut. And he's a very friendly man and a very civic-minded man, and I was honored to meet him. And there's this feature on A Chat with Glendora that I like very much, and it's called Careers Unlimited, whereby I ask high-powered career people how they got started in their careers and what advice they'd give a youngster to start such a career today. And I think it's very, very helpful. Do you hear a woodpecker? Or is it up here? Is the wood up here? Well, Mr. Lee was most cooperative and most helpful and most pleasant, and I have on audio tape my interview with him. Area code 518. 1-860 793 0221.
Good morning. Thank you for calling the Town of Plainville Municipal Center. If you know your party's 3-digit extension, you may dial it at any time.
201.
Your call to Robert Lee. Good morning, Town Manager's Office.
Good morning. This is Glendora calling Robert E. Lee to interview him for television.
And your name is?
Glendora.
Is that your first and last?
It's my first name.
Glendora. Okay, and where are you from?
Where am I from?
Yeah, your company name?
Well, I don't have a company. I have a TV show.
Okay. And when would this be for?
Right now. We have an appointment right now.
Okay, one moment.
At 10 o'clock.
Alrighty, one moment.
Thank you.
Arbitrage rated #1 for at-work listening. Like when Hyperswipe 5 WRCH. WRCH HD1 Britain Hartford. A CBS radio station.
How are you this morning?
Good.
Robert, you University of Plainville, Connecticut?
Well, we use town, so I'm the town manager for the town of Plainville.
Oh, thank you, yes. Robert, would you tell the boys and girls where you went to school, where you were born, and so forth, and how you got into being a town manager?
Well, I was born in Huntington Station, Long Island.
Oh, very good.
And I lived in Long Island till I got into middle school. In middle school, my family moved to St. Louis, Missouri.
My goodness.
And then we moved to Reading, Pennsylvania while I was still in high school. And then while I was still in high school, I moved to Somerville, New Jersey, which is where I went to college. I went to Rutgers College in New Jersey.
That's a good school, yes.
Yes.
Rutgers is a very famous school.
And I graduated from Rutgers, and my parents had moved to Connecticut at that point in time, and I made the decision to move to Connecticut about a little bit over 30 years ago. And I moved to Connecticut and came up here after I graduated from Rutgers.
Oh, good.
So I've lived in a few areas around the United States, but I've been in Connecticut since I've been out of school.
Well, and you've seen a lot of forms of municipal government, haven't you?
That's true. That's true.
Now, Robert, what did you take as an undergraduate?
Well, I took political science.
Uh-huh.
And, people said to me when I was taking political science, well, what are you going to do with a political science degree? And at the time, I wasn't sure if I was going to go into law or something else, but it was something that seemed to be of interest to me. So I graduated with a bachelor's degree in political science.
Oh, and then where did you go, Robert?
Well, I came up to Connecticut and began to work for the town of East Hampton. And in a relatively short period of time, I felt it was that I should go back and get my graduate degree. So I enrolled about a year after I moved up to Connecticut into the University of Hartford into their public, their master's degree program in public administration.
I understand they're very good.
Yes, University of Hartford had a good program. They moved away from public administration and concentrated more in business administration. But at the time, it was one of the better programs in Connecticut for sure.
Yes, I remember a good friend, Bill Briccio, up in Augusta, Maine. He went to University of Hartford to get that degree that you did.
Okay, well, good.
Yeah.
Good.
And then and let me ask you this. Did you think it was a good thing to work a little bit between the two colleges, the two college attendants?
I think for me it was, you've been to school, going on, pretty much 16 years, 12 years of high school and then 4 years of college. And for me, I think it was important for me to get out into the real world, so to speak. At the time in New Jersey, when I graduated, I had an opportunity to either join the federal government level, I had an opportunity to get into state government, or work on the local government level. And the decision that I made was to work at the local government level, and I ended up working, as I stated earlier, for the town of East Hampton, which is the town that my parents had moved to, up here in Connecticut.
Why did you make that decision to go municipal?
Well, for a couple of reasons. One is I like working with people. From moving around, I met a lot of people over the years, and I like talking to people, and I like those new experiences. So I felt that at the local level, I would have more direct contact with the customers that we'd be serving, the citizens of the community.
There's no question about that. That's a good choice, yeah.
And the second thing is I believe that in local government, and I think I come to realize that more, over time, but maybe I have a sense of it, that you can see the results of something from the beginning to the end.
Yeah.
You're not in the middle of something. You can see the big picture, the whole picture, as opposed to just a cog or part of the picture. So I felt that the local level, you can see things from beginning to end. And the third reason that I chose local government is I thought you could really see yourself making a difference.
Yeah.
If somebody comes into you with a problem or an issue or something that they need to be, that they're asking their government to take care of, you can take care of it as opposed to, just and see the results of that immediately in some instances, rather than being caught up in a bureaucracy. So for those three reasons, I felt that local government, and I still believe that local government is preferable to some of the large organizations. But that's my personal, that's my personal views. But I think it's shared by a lot of people who are involved in local government.
I would agree with you on all three of those. I think that's very good. should a boy and girl or girl start preparing for if they're going to have this kind of a career? Do you think they should go to college and take political science?
Certainly, I think that's an option. I think there's opportunities for high school students to get involved in their local government either as a volunteer or even just observing. Their local government operation and work to see if it's something that they might enjoy. There's boards and commissions that run the gamut of planning and zoning to finance to human services. There's a lot of things that I think that the high school students can observe and get involved with and determine whether they think that that's something that they like or would like to learn more about. And certainly getting into college and going a political science route or some type of public administration route is the way to go.
Then there are opportunities for a high schooler to volunteer in municipal government?
Oh, yeah, for sure. We have high school students that work part-time for us. And we certainly have high school students that have observed us or even provided some volunteer services.
Oh, that's a very good angle.
Especially in the area of computers and web pages and those kinds of things. We've had connections with our high school here in Plainville where the high school students have actually assisted us in putting our web page information together, and that's all information about government, and they get a flavor for some of the issues that we're dealing with.
Sorry to say, they know it better than we do.
Sometimes they do, and a lot of times they do. So we use them.
And then, tell me what you enjoy most about being a town manager.
Well, I tell you, the days go very fast. I get here first thing in the morning.
And the money along with it, right?
Well, yes, spending the money goes, and trying to make all ends meet, even on the personal side is challenging. But no, the days go fast, and I tell you, there's always something new that can walk in my door at almost any moment. So there's new challenges it's not the same job every day. So for me, it's the days move quickly and the challenges are there. And I guess the other thing is kind of what I mentioned earlier is you can see that you can get some real self-satisfaction and saying I made a difference today.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, and I can get it in people's eyes and dealing with people one-on-one, and it's not an easy job because a lot of times when we deal with people, we're dealing with people in an unhappy situation.
Oh, really?
They come to the town because they had a problem.
Oh, I see.
They need that problem solved, and when we solve the problem, there's satisfaction. But sometimes the initial contact is not a positive one to start with, and I think the challenge is to kind of turn that around and show people that local government can be responsive and that they can, we can solve their problems. And I think that, to a great degree, I believe that I've been successful in being able to do that.
Oh, good.
And I think people appreciate that.
I can feel your enthusiasm and your love of it. That makes all the difference.
It does. I love coming to work.
And
I wouldn't, I don't know how you do it, and I say, well, I'm not sure I see myself doing anything different.
Really?
Yeah.
Really. And the top reward is that you're happy when you've helped somebody.
Yes. Yes, I can go home at night and feel that I got something accomplished.
Yeah, that's very good. You help somebody along the way.
Yep.
Yeah, that's good. Well, you've covered it so well. You're a good interview. Anything else you would tell the boys and girls to aim for? Of course, they have to keep their record clean, right?
That's important. I mean, in the jobs that I've applied, and I've had 3 jobs, working in local government. There's people who have more, but I've been working in local government for over 30 years now.
Really?
Yes. And I worked in East Hampton for 11 years. I worked in Hebron, Connecticut for 14 years, and I've been in Plainville for another 4 years.
My goodness, you said 10 years, 14 years, and
Yep, and 4 years here. So
it's somewhere around 30 years. I've been working in local government since 1978. So, there's some half years in there that maybe I didn't add up, but it's I just received from the International City Managers Association a certificate that indicated that I have over 30 years of local government experience, but it's in primarily...
Oh, that's marvelous.
Primarily 3 towns,
could you send us a copy of that? Yeah, just a copy, not the original.
A copy of what? The
certificate.
Yes, I can send you a copy.
And also, if you wouldn't mind, if you could send us a photo.
Sure.
But if it's too hard, don't bother.
No, I think we have something on our, on file here that we could send you. Do you have an email address that I can email it to?
No. No, I do not. I have a problem keeping up with the U.S. mail. It's just box 124.
Box 124 where?
Ghent, New York. G-H-E, N as in Nancy, T as in Tom.
Yeah.
New York 12075.
And how do you spell your name?
It's just Glendora. Glendora, Glendora.
Okay.
And the program's a chat with Glendora.
Okay.
I am so Massachusetts and New York orientated that I cannot think where East Hampton, Connecticut is.
East Hampton, Connecticut is on the eastern part of the state. It's on the east of the Connecticut River, about 15 miles south of Hartford.
Oh, it is?
Yes, about 15 miles south of Hartford, just below Glastonbury.
Oh, now I know.
Yes.
And coming into Middletown.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
So east of Middletown and south of Glastonbury.
I wanted to ask you what the City Managers Association, what they accomplished at their meeting last summer or fall, whenever it was.
Well, the International City Managers Association, they have an annual conference. The conference last year, I didn't attend.
No.
I attend about every other year. And what we do and what we accomplish is we, for the most part, is we have seminars and meetings where we get we're brought up to date on some of the latest techniques, latest technologies, the latest strategies that are being used.
I guess it's continued on the other side, folks. Isn't it a good interview? I am so impressed with his personality. Very helpful.
But one of the big things is it allows us to talk to other managers across the United States and even across the world, because it's the International City Managers. We have from other countries, and we're able to sit down and talk about how we deal with some of the problems and some of the issues of today, which really help us to get a different perspective.
Yeah.
I tell you, the days go quickly. Working in Plainville, and I could certainly spend a lot of time in my office, but that you need to get out into the real world and hear some of the ways and get some ideas. And some of the ways that we do that is to go to these conferences and get some ideas from other managers who have dealt with some of the similar issues that are coming up in your community. And there's no need wasting time to reinventing the wheel. So.
Right. There's no place to be parochial.
Right.
A chat with Glendora is on TV in Highland Park, Illinois, which is just outside Chicago.
Yes.
And I think that the city manager there is the president now of your City Managers Association. Isn't his name Malardi or something like that?
I'm not sure.
I'm not either.
I apologize for that.
Well, that's all right.
I can look it up. I will tell you that it was probably about 10 years ago, I did attend the International City Managers Association conference in Chicago, which I've been to Chicago in probably 25 years, and it was a good conference, and you got to see the city, got to see some of the some of the positive things that were happening in Chicago and across Illinois. So.
I think you've done a very good thing here. You have told boys and girls about a career that might possibly interest them, and they might possibly get organized at a young age and get to jump.
Yes, go down to your town. You know, if you're in a town manager, a city manager, form of government, go down and talk to the town manager or city manager and tell them you're interested in this field. And we are always looking to encourage people to get involved. And I'm sure that they would do, as I would, all in our power. If people are enthusiastic about this, to get them involved and get them, made aware of how things work and how they may get a career in this type of work.
Would you be too busy to talk to a lad or a gal who might like to ask? You wouldn't? You sure? You sure? You're so busy.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Well, one of the things is, our hours, I tell you the days go quickly, but, our hours stretch, they're long hours.
Yeah.
When the municipal center opens at 8 o'clock, they close at 4. I can tell you that I'm here before 8, and then very rarely do I leave before 4 o'clock.
Yeah, I would think so.
But a lot of that is because, I like what I do, so you make time at the local level. Somebody takes the time, for example, to walk into the municipal center to ask a question. They don't have to have an appointment to see me. The standing rule is if as long as I'm not on the phone or in a meeting, somebody comes in to see me, interrupt me and that kind of thing. And so that's part of our life also. I talked about, we switching gears all the time, and it's a balancing act. But I think encouraging people and solving problems is what makes the job satisfactory. So if somebody wants to call or contact me and talk to me about a career in government, I'm always willing to make the time.
Oh, good. Then this feature of a chat with Glendora is called Careers Unlimited.
Okay.
And now, what would you like on the screen for graphics? Any special? I'm going to put Robert E. Lee, town manager,
Plainville, Connecticut.
Plainville, Connecticut.
Yep.
Is it all right to put up your number?
Phone number?
Yes, 860-793-0221.
Yep.
You sure it's all right? Okay.
That'd be fine. I mean, I do have people who can screen my calls. But I mean, most people can get through to me. I do have an email address also, if it's easier to contact me by email.
Yes, I would like to hear that email.
Which is RELEE at Plainville
Plainville
CT.gov. And my middle initial is E, Robert E. Lee.
Yeah, that's nice. That's lovely.
It makes it easy to remember.
Well, your folks were smart to do that.
Well, I'm not sure they realized it until they were coming home from the hospital, but I think they were pleased in the long run.
At least they brought you home. They didn't leave you there.
That's right.
Now, you will take this down to, or you will have somebody, a local resident. I'm going to cover you all over the place. I have about 8 or 10 TV stations in Connecticut.
Okay.
And I'm on, I'm on 70 of them altogether. And I will take care of those easily because they're my monthly send-outs. But I am not a local resident. So we need you or one of your local residents to go down there and fill out their application at Nutmeg.
Yeah, they're right down the street from us. So if you get me a copy of,
their application? No.
You just get me a copy of whatever you do, or...
I'll send you two. I'll send you one for the TV station and one for you. Do you want it VHS or DVD?
DVD be better.
Better for both of you?
Yes.
Okay. I'll send you that, and do you want me to send you a copy of their application?
No.
You'll take care of that?
Yeah, that's not a problem.
Well, that's good. And I would like to have them sign me up for a weekly program. Because,
Well, give me a letter as far as that's concerned.
Oh, okay.
Give me a letter that asks for that, and I'll make sure they get a copy of that also.
Oh, okay, that's good. So we're all set.
Okay.
And just remember, let's see, today's joke. Computers are in the Bible. Eve said to Adam, do you want an apple too?
All right.
All right, Robert E. Lee.
Glendora, nice talking to you.
Well, it's my pleasure all the way, and I'll tell Bill Briggio.
I will mail that stuff to you, a picture as well as just a copy of the 30-year...
That's grand. And if it comes out right, and I get that in time, and it's worth waiting for, and it works itself out, this will be on in April. If not, it will be on in May.
Okay.
All right?
Sounds good.
Thank you, Robert.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Isn't he nice? Hey, he's very nice. What a great personality. Well, let's go check it and see how the $100 wireless mic worked. And then I have some things to talk over with you folks. Folks, I want to talk to you about the 6 p.m. news, 11 p.m. news, the television news, the radio news. It's a trick of the devil. The idea is everything is bad on the news. Okay, what's happening here is that you're being tricked into thinking that everything is bad, and you think about it all the time, and it agitates you, perturbs you. What's really going on here? It's the devil. The devil wants you to spend your time thinking about things that are bad so that you'll think the world is a failure, instead of spending your time thinking about the goodness and greatness and beauty and brilliance of God. Don't get hooked into that. I wanted to talk to you about the Constitution of the United States. What's the First Amendment? What are your rights guaranteed by the First Amendment? Freedom of religion, freedom of press, right? Freedom of speech. Freedom to assemble peacefully, and freedom to petition your government for redress of wrong. What's the Second Amendment? The right to bear arms. I like it better when Alice Harrington of Friends of Animals says the right to arm bearers. Third Amendment is that you don't have to house soldiers. Fourth Amendment is very, very important. That you shall be secure in your person and in your papers and in your effects and in your home against illegal seizure and search. That no warrant for search or seizure shall issue without probable cause, and that no warrant shall issue except under oath, and that anything to be seized or searched will be listed in particulars. Fourth Amendment, great rights. Now today we're going to talk about the Fifth Amendment. The Fifth Amendment says that no person shall be held to account for a capital or infamous crime without an indictment from a grand jury. You have a grand jury right. That is violated thousands of times. Courts all over the place. And no person shall be subject for the same offense to be twice put in jeopardy. That's double jeopardy. And no person shall be compelled in any criminal case to be a witness against himself and be deprived of life, liberty, or property without due process of law. Nor shall private property be taken